When I was at Tottenham and I played, it was a cup game against Northampton.
Okay.
It was a little bit of a lull and there's a break, and I remember going to the back of the goal and taking a drink, and the whole back stand there just completely monkey chance.
Wow.
How you doing, mate?
You doing?
You alright?
You alright, Baz?
Not too bad.
Tell us about an experience of racism you've had in the game.
I'm heavily involved in a grassroots scene at the moment, and there's a lot of black managers, coaches, volunteers, and they're doing their coaching badges, and they do tell me that they are struggling. I'm part of a BAME. I'm black ethnic minority. I'm one of them. So when I see it does happen to them, it does hurt me. It does affect me.
I remember I was playing for Tottenham on a friendly. I think he was playing Lazio.
Okay.
On a friendly, and that was the first time I heard one of the players say the N-word to me while I'm playing. I thought, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And the worst one I've had is when I was at Tottenham and I played. It was a cup game against Northampton.
Okay.
It was a little bit of a lull and there's a break, and I remember going to the back of the goal and taking a drink, and the whole back stand there just completely monkey chance.
Wow. How did you feel in that moment?
I felt like, what is this?
Was there any action taken?
No. I'm sure there's worse things that have happened to human beings, but for me as a sportsman, that's unacceptable.
Exactly.
It's not sport anymore.
Exactly.
When you start saying those kind of things, it's not sport.
Yeah. How did you deal with it? Was there anyone you spoke to, being such a young person at the time?
No one backed me up. Like back in the days, that was normal.
Yeah.
That's 20 odd years ago.
Yeah.
So no one said anything. We won the game. Next week, you move on.
Does the media portray black players differently to white players?
A black player may be strong, is strong as an ox, is a beast or whatever, and then someone who may be lighter or white or intelligent play and things like that. Why can't that guy be intelligent as well? When you think about it, that seeps into the consciousness of people.
The media are such a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool, and a lot of people buy into it. A lot of people read it and straight away and they think, oh, that's the correct thing and that's the right thing.
It's been going on for far too long, and now they're trying to recorrect things.
Are there fewer opportunities for black managers in English football?
There's a limited pool of jobs anyway.
Yep.
For me, it's the positions below the managers. The coaches, the physios, the doctors. You've got to say, who has been interviewed for that job?
Yep.
Have you interviewed one person? Have you interviewed 10 people? Have you interviewed whatever?
Yep.
We need to know. Because then you can see who's interviewing, who's in for the jobs.
What's helped me is, my experience playing, being able to, showcase that in terms of my level 2 and whatnot. And then people in the FA seeing a bit of talent and saying, all right, let's fast track this guy in a sense. But I do feel at the back of my mind, if it was out of me or another coach who maybe white, they would go for him. I don't know why. It's not negative thinking in a sense. It's just because I've seen it live in front of me with other coaches through their experiences.
You do all the right things, and you do, you tap dance and you sing and you do everything proper, correctly, and you still get held back, and you say to yourself, well, there's other guys going past me. They might have done the same badges as me, but some of them not finished their badges and still got jobs.
Yeah.
Definitely my colour has held me back.
How strong the FA is and how strong they come across and the power they have in football and in England in general, they're not doing enough. Football's results-based, and, there's been maybe a few black managers in the past that have had maybe 1 or 2 results go not their way, and the media are on them and whatnot, and, they're not good enough. Maybe they need to take a different approach. Their style of football is not good enough. The players they're bringing in, they're not good enough, etc. Whereas maybe a different manager, different colour of skin, maybe born in the country, he's now all of a sudden being allowed to be given time. He's building something. His patience is key and whatnot.
Which black football manager do you admire?
To Ghana, because I was with him at Fulham. I know I was a lot younger, But in terms of the whole club, how he changed it, he built a family and a base and a culture around the club.
Do you think getting that job has been influenced by the then owner of Fulham? Yeah.
Mohammed Al Fayed, yeah, coming mainly from Egypt, coming from somewhere where maybe he's not white, maybe he was already open to it, open to seeing a different manager in a different light. So he went with Tigana. Any other person in charge, then probably he wouldn't have been given a chance and an opportunity.
One of the black coaches I really admire is Chris Hughton. When he first started, he was like an assistant coach at Tottenham. You know, he's done really well under really tough circumstances, but then he's done promotion with Brighton and all that kind of stuff. And Newcastle took Newcastle up. So someone like Chris for sure.
Do you think there will ever be a non-white manager of England?
I think there will be.
The FA are now starting to be a bit more open and public about the things that they are doing to help lower and lesser communities all the way up to the pro game. But I feel that it's changing ever so slowly, and it's growing.
The clubs have to start employing black managers, black coaches, so someone will rise to the top. England's not going to pick a manager who's not done well for their clubs or whatever. Not everyone's going to be successful.
Yep.
And why should everyone be successful from a black community? Why? You've got white managers who have had a fantastic career, but they've won nothing.
Yep.
Some have relegated, some have done okay, but still got jobs and jobs and jobs. So you can't say every person, black manager, has to be successful.
Of course.
You can't have that.
Of course.
But it has to work in tandem for that England job to become a reality. Yep. If that happens in the next year, 18 months, and they are given the time and the tools and the funding and the support to actually be successful, not just working on scraps, not working on, say, you've sold all your best players and here you go, just get on with it. Actually, parity, have actually the tools to show what I can do under the same pressure. That's key. That happens, I think within the next 3 to 5 years, I think it could happen for sure. But if the first bit doesn't happen, then it could be 10 years. It could be 15 years.
Last one. What would your advice be to a young black man looking to get into coaching?
Start as soon as possible. If you're playing and you're 22, start coaching. Get onto the courses and get your badges done and just keep on being a student of football.
Of the game, yeah. I agree. I mean, as a young coach, started my coaching pathway 6 years ago, at the age of 20, and I've got my men's team, Welling United, Conference South. But that's only happened through experiences and like you said, notes, research, getting onto my badges very, very early on. You could start your coaching badges at the age of 16. Why can't you? Knowing
that, people like you are coming through, and the passion that's coming through, I can feel it, I can sense it. That makes me so happy as well.
Hearing your experiences and shedding a light on important matters, because they are important, and I'm glad I'm the one sitting next to you addressing it and talking about it. So thank you.
Thank you.